A drug is categorized by the chemical type of the active ingredient in the drug, which is used to treat a particular condition in the body. Some drugs are classified into one or more drug categories. Stimulants, medically known as amphetamines, are drugs that stimulate or speed up the central nervous system. Some street names for these drugs include ice, uppers, rockets, speed, crank, blow, coke, and meth. Some common names include methamphetamine, cocaine or crack, caffeine, nicotine, Ritalin, and Adderall. In the medical field, stimulants are prescribed to increase energy. Bath salts also fit under the category of stimulants, but at the same time they can be classified as hallucinogens. Hallucinogens alter perceptions, thoughts, and feelings, affect the senses, and cause hallucinations, or seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, or touching things that don't exist. Some street names for hallucinogens are angel dust, acid, magic mushrooms, shrooms, buttons, and X. Some common names include ecstasy or MDMA, LSD, PCP, and mushrooms. Hallucinogens are in no way used in the medical field. In the bottom right, you'll see a picture of blotter paper. LSD and PCP are normally used in the form of blotter paper. A user of these types of drugs will put the piece of paper on their tongue for it to be absorbed. Other drugs that are also hallucinogens include bath salts, which are also stimulants, DXM, which is also a depressant, and ketamine, which is also a depressant. There are two kinds of narcotics. One is an opioid, which is a man-made, synthetic drug that has similar characteristics to opiates, primarily used for pain relief. On the other hand, we have opiates, which are derived from the opium poppy plant. This is the oldest narcotic. Street names for narcotics include smack, horse, junk, and homicide. Common names include codeine, morphine, Percocet, heroin, Percodan, Demerol, and Oxycontin. Narcotics are used in the medical field for pain relief. The pictured narcotics include codeine, Demerol, heroin, hydrocodone, crocodile, morphine, oxycodone, Percocet, and Vicodin. Depressants, or tranquilizers, relieve anxiety and produce sleep. They slow down the nervous system. Some street names include downers, goofballs, lewds, yellow jackets, blue devils, and date rape drugs. In the medical field, they are used for sedation and sleep. Some common names for depressants include barbiturates, alcohol, Rohypnol, Valium, GHB, or the club drug, and ketamine, or Special K. Included in this category is DXM, which is also a depressant drug, and Xanax. Cannabis is the formal Latin name for marijuana. It is comprised of dried leaves from the hemp plant. It can be smoked or chewed for a euphoric effect. A euphoric effect is basically just a false high. The common name for cannabis is marijuana. Street names include pot, weed, Mary Jane, grass, and 420. Marijuana, oddly enough, also has a medical use. In certain states and cases, cancer patients can be given marijuana for relief of nausea and glaucoma. Did you know that George Washington had hemp fields? Though he didn't use the marijuana to get high, he did use it in trade. K2, or spice, is the synthetic, man-made version of marijuana. According to experts, around 13% of people who start smoking pot as teenagers become dependent on it. Regular marijuana use can cause a drop in IQ of up to 8 points. Considering the fact that nearly 3,300 teens try weed for the first time every day, it's undeniable that this is a problem impacting high school students everywhere. Statistics show that marijuana use is rampant. 21% of 12th graders have smoked pot in the last 30 days. 16% of 10th graders have smoked pot in the last 30 days. 6% of 12th graders say that they use marijuana every day. 81% of 12th graders say it would be easy to get marijuana. Only 32% of 12th graders feel that regular marijuana use is harmful. Inhalants are used for their euphoric and intoxicating effects. Inhalants have had a long history of use and abuse. Some street names include Huffing, Rush, Snappers, and Whippets. Common types of inhalants are aerosol cans or air freshener, fumes or paint thinner, and nitrous oxide. Inhalants are used in the medical field as sedatives in dental procedures. Most inhalants are gases that are poisonous or are known toxins. Performance enhancement drugs promote tissue growth by creating protein in an attempt to enhance muscle growth. The main anabolic steroid is testosterone, or the male sex hormone. Some street names include Juice, Stack, and Roids. Common types of this drug are anabolic steroids, Anadrol, and Depo-testosterone. Performance enhancement drugs are used in the medical field to relieve inflammation, anemia, and for patients who cannot produce enough testosterone on their own. Among young people ages 12 to 17, prescription drugs have become the second most abused illegal drug behind marijuana. Teens are abusing prescription drugs because they believe the myth that these drugs provide a medically safe high. Teens admit to abusing prescription medicines for reasons other than getting high, including to relieve pain or anxiety, to sleep better, to experiment, to help with concentration, or to increase alertness. In 2014, 2.1 million teens abused prescription drugs. Nearly 1 in 5 teens, 19% or 4.5 million, report abusing prescription medications that were not prescribed to them. Examples of prescription drugs include DXM, Vicodin, Oxycontin, cold and cough medicine, Ritalin, Adderall, and pain relievers. Most students get their drugs from someone they know in school. Nearly 44% of high school students know a classmate who sells drugs. When asked which drugs are sold, 91% said marijuana, 24% said prescription drugs, 9% said cocaine, and 7% said ecstasy. Nearly a quarter of American high school students use at least one type of illicit drug. According to the National Institute of Drug Abuse Survey, the most popular drugs in high school students among 12th graders include the following: amphetamines, Adderall, opioid painkillers, synthetic marijuana, tranquilizers, cough medicine, Vicodin, hallucinogens, Oxycontin, sedatives, ecstasy or MDMA, LSD, cocaine, Ritalin, inhalants, and salvia. That's all the notes that I have for today, but you can expect a test coming soon, so start studying.